It is that time of the year again where it is finally time to complain about the format and its meta after one singular event. I mean, what else are Yugioh players going to do with their time? Be productive and actually learn mirror matches and try and deck build away from the situations that they're in? No. Ban Diablosis and Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle or something, obviously. So, what's going on? Well, YCS Vegas just concluded, and in that we saw a lot of unpopular strategies in gameplay come to fruition. We saw a lot of Kashtira mirror matches, which can sometimes boil down to, did you draw it? And other stuff running around too, like skill drain and goes in match being flipped face up. Macro Trident, skill drain. Heck, we even saw people topping with Naturia Beast. I guess I ask you, the viewer, which format will you choose? Do you want an actual murder crime scene requiring ballistics and DNA analysis? Or something a little bit more restrictive, like, I don't know, Korean border control? I think both formats have their positives and negatives, right? Let's take a look at what the people on Twitter have been saying. Oh, first of all, Challenger Cup, 2048 player capacity. This weekend, Saturday, twitch.tv/Farfa. Join completely for free and win Razer PC, PlayStation 5, and other crazy cool goodies. See you on stream. The Yu-Gi-Oh community right now. Wow, wow, wow. Ban Mind Hacker. Shut up. People already want to ban this incredibly mid deck that loses to a single Book of Moon. Lol. Controversial fighting words from a man who once said that Utopia Lightning should be banned.
I feel like Utopia Lightning is like kind of a broken card.
Wait till he reads Moral Sword.
I'm kidding, Cap. Utopia is only like the 37th best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just under Burning Abyss, which I totally do not regret dismantling. The problem is that this format is just a little too fun. This guy loves to reuse quotes, huh? Even stole my minigame analysis for a short. Would you believe this guy? RIP, the most skillful format we ever had. In some ways, tier limit mirror matches were skillful. In the same way that, I don't know, medical exams were skillful. It's not really fun though, is it?
What? What? You're f***ing with me.
Well, of course, that's a subjective term. There's a massive difference between Tier Limit and Kashtira. Tier was really strong, but Tier Mirrors felt extremely rewarding to play, and you definitely need to know what you're doing to even beat the non-tier decks. Absolutely horrid. I kinda didn't even feel like traveling to Peru because I'm worn out, and this format doesn't sway me to go anymore. Lamau.
Lamau.
No, I don't want to go to Peru. What's wrong with Peru, Jesse? Huh? What are you trying to say? Is Peru like the England of Latin America or something? No, that's probably Brazil actually, right? Sorry, I feel like I've opened up a can of worms on a subject that I know nothing about, but I'll let you in the comment section argue with each other about that one. The biggest takeaway, I think, is that a lot of players, even at the highest level, don't enjoy this format for a couple of reasons. One, there is too much reliance on non-engine cards. Generally, if a mirror match or a format is in a situation where you can't just play through a Kashtira board with like 6 Kashtira cards, or play a tier mirror with just tier cards, it can be frustrating because your deck is now in a situation where you have to draw the unsearchable Nibiru or Eclipse or evenly matched. That's a frustrating experience when you can't just use your engine to play versus engine. Second, if you aren't playing Kashtira, it's also quite annoying to deck build. You're probably going to have to play multiple copies of key cards in your extra deck just to not lose to Diablosis. To that I say, good luck, Dragon Link players, with your one singular striker dragon. Surely Almirage will be enough this format. Did you maybe think about this before the Vanillus, Konami, Photon, Hypernova release? Striker Dragon to 3 kind of coincides with Kashtira, Diablosis being best. No? Okay. And if you're playing against arguably the second best deck of the format,
Oh, he starts with goes in match.
Silver Lady Armpits have been trending on Twitter recently, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Can we not make this a thing? You can say what you want about Kashtira, but there is one great thing that comes with this new format, and I could not be happier about that. Deck building is back, baby. Not every single list is the same. Deck building to not have 7 of your zones locked out on turn 2, yes?
I got the he ready to stay. Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna romp. Big boots in the bus, they crump.
Apoyo. Well, deck building is indeed back to some extent. You are capable of choosing multiple different cards that you can run in your main deck. Different decks you could play for an event, unlike last format where you were basically locked into the same 75 cards, however much a main, extra, and side is, and nothing. Go enjoy playing chess. What do I think? Well, as someone who observed the entire YCS from beginning to end and watched pretty much every single deck profile,
Bortle here.
at least from an observer's perspective, I can say without a doubt there were definitely misplays in Kashtira mirror matches, and there were definitely people capitalizing on those misplays and outplaying their opponent. But there were some matches where they kind of just had to draw the out. Also looking at top cut, I mean, a lot of, basically all of the teams that topped had recognizable players almost, so that's usually a good thing. Of course, being a 3 versus 3, a lot of variance is eliminated by the fact that you are 3 people, and so generally the better team will win regardless of draw the out. We saw some deck building innovation and different strategies of Kashtira, like literally, let's just make Rise Heart and pass and nothing else, with even some pretty unique stuff that we got to saw, like Runic Naturia making a show. Somehow, even Dart World bubbled in a format with Rise Heart, and we also got to see Marine Cess. Graveyard deck. I don't know. I think fundamentally Kashtira is just a frustrating designed deck. It is designed to frustrate you, not to really interact with you. It is a macrocosmos on legs. It banishes cards face down, which is probably one of the worst mechanics to retrieve cards and manage resources with. Boss monsters like Rise Heart tend to really polarize formats in the same way that Masterpiece did, and we all know how we fondly look back at Masterpiece. I think there's definitely room for some shake-up and some innovation in the future. Despia looks like it could be quite promising. Runic, Sprite, heck, even ninjas somehow showed up at this YCS. So it'll be cool and interesting to see where this new format takes us. It has only been one event, so please relax. But what do you think of this format? Are you excited to try and get yourself into some deck building or master the Kashtira mirror match? Or are you piecing out yet again for the 19th format in a row and you just hate watch Yu-Gi-Oh on YouTube? Why do you still play this game? Leave a comment down below, Patreon, if you really are enjoying the content recently, and you can get to be in my videos with your name in an orange title. Comment, like, and subscribe, challenge cup this weekend, and until next time at the O side, I don't know what I'm doing with my arms. Goodbye. Boop.